much in my paint, can't graffiti art. Spraying too much to spark in the dark basement day. Breaking too much, these laws operate. Too much ego, way too much for me, yo. Now with all the fake checking this shit. Oh, either you're from the soil or you're not. Oh, this ain't even the hang. They would displace you engine, replace you engine.
You hide them all you want, faggot. You ain't stopping shit.
Agreements ain't fake space. Vision change. Dates to be purposely misplaced.
Same thing. You ain't stopping the goddamn thing.
On your own. You a child, not a grown woman, a grown man. Is it in fact you black? You that person in all caps on them contracts. Legal fiction, non-living show. Damn, is it how long
my people always got his little brother stuff, you know what I mean?
No one is coming to save you. Be great new world awaits you. They intend to continue to rape and enslave you, bound to a remix of religion. A raven image that reset the same station. They made you vision to say unseen. You should straight can't slave you. But it's the return of the ancient ones. Oh. We got it. Oh.
We got it, man. We got it, man.
Hold fast, let me get that. Now, lift that. Gift rap. Now we're rendering. Chit chat. Shit back and forth. On platforms for an intro scratch. Rich that for a Kit Kat or a Big Mac. Temporary get shipment. That don't kiss back. Shit swag. We here to get our shit back. Restoration of what was overthrown. American engines. Old organic gold. Not provolone. Home alone. All foreigners gone. Shafati. Shoot. Hebrew mush. Basic Moorish. Cornerstone. Fraternal orders up. Harsh wrong. You've no substantial foundation. Flawless zone. Bottomless pit up. Broken promises. Home through landlines or cordless phones. Lines like ley lines. Aligned with constellations. Rocks cry out. Till the land. Till the sword is gone. War is grown. The war is on. War is wrong. Stay exactly what y'all motherfuckers do. I'll teach you up.
I'm gonna play it again, good. Man, if they don't stop all this fake political motherfucking organized bullshit, local goodness, man. Local goodness.
I'm probably not gonna get no marketing or promotion from this one. I ain't tripping though. Most of these rappers are buying strings to be heard and seen. And computer program reality. I'm here to John Connor these machines. You dig? Yeah. It's your fact I'm not speaking on trapping for bags and cake tweaking on subtracting order to make her ass shake. Tom Brady's passing Harris and LeBron's fast break. NBA young boys beef with dirt will give a smash rate. Topics which keeps us hostages of the magistrate as they get tax race out cash in a cash race. A drag race, although they want me in last place I pass straight. Bob King Cobra, these are scratch stakes. In contrast to a fast rate, in time one comes from Spanish race. Weight of the world on my shoulders stacked on back aches. Add on fact, place the system tried to castrate. Who would I died in prison, but I was driven like a fast freight. Growth of my soul's health, I am mass great. Sagacious as a fast rate, and dangerous as the band straight. Here to expose those foes who impose mass rape on our own people and land mass master past the bash face. Pay attention, y'all. They call it degree reset, transhumanism, cryptocurrency, various vaccine passports ranking currently, jobs lost, food shortages, jab used internally to keep nuisance for all next subjects of servitude, locked in a blockchain, a fake play of urgency, walls put around the White House as they feign emergency, whole time kill the stock exchanges, certainly, definitely, empty NFTs push fervently. Hope y'all paying attention. Cause you get sleep. The switch from fire to digital means they hoping to keep the original shareholders of the land in a broken video game through a non-fungible token, giving the individual notion that now one's controlling their holdings. Worse than a non-refundable note when a pale-faced name carrying voice that worth is growing. Say switch will be used to control the ebb and flow, and every Bitcoin saw a purchase saddle sheet, Nakamoto winch. One reason why they encourage drinking and smoking, but every day there's a new distraction, some commotion. They prefer us sitting around getting fat, laughing, joking, anniversary reality mechanisms for coping, technological elixir, black emotion soaked in DNA modification, AI invoking. They've been showing and telling us their goals in the open. I've chosen to expose them in their marketing and promotion. Show my people. Watch out for the false flags, but know that this war is real. And it's their agenda to wipe us clean off this earth, at least those of us whose DNA is still intact with their conscience. Which path will you take? You are the glitch the system is afraid of.
Feels like we're backsliding. Feels like we're backsliding. Feels like we're backsliding.
I could care less about their marketing and promotion.
Feels like we're backsliding.
I'm probably not gonna get no marketing or promotion for this one.
Feels like we're backsliding.
I ain't tripping though.
Feels like we're backsliding.
Most of these rappers are buying strings to be heard and seen. In a computer program reality, I'm here to John Connor these machines. You dig? Yeah, it's your fact I'm not speaking on trapping for bags and K tweaking on subtracting order to make her ass shake. Tom Brady's passing average to LeBron's fast break. NBA young boys beef with Dirkle if you ain't smash rate. Topics which keeps us hostages of the magistrate as they catch tax race out cash stay in the cash race. A drag race, although they want me in last place, I pass straight. I'm King Cobra, these are scratch snakes. In contrast to a fast rate, it's that one comes from smash race. Weight of the world on my shoulders stacked on back aches. And on fact, place the system tried to castrate. Who would I died in prison, but I was driven like a fast rate. Wealth on my shoulders help, I am mass great. Sagacious as a fast late, and dangerous as the bash straight. Here to expose those foes who impose fast rate. What I will people in land mass with past the bash face. Pay attention, y'all. They call it degree reset, transhumanism, cryptocurrency, various vaccine passports ranking currently, jobs lost, food shortages, jab used internally to keep nuisance for all next subjects of servitude, locked in a blockchain, a fake play of urgency, walls put around the White House as they feign emergency, whole time kill the stock exchanges, certainly, definitely, empty NFTs pushed fervently. Hope y'all's paying attention. Cause you get sleep. The switch from fire to digital beings, they hoping to keep the original shareholders of the land in a broken video game through a non-fungible token, giving the individual notion that now one's controlling their holdings. Worse than a non-refundable note when a pale-faced name killer McCoy's net worth is growing. Same switch will be used to control the ebb and flow, and every Bitcoin store and purchase saddle sheep, Nakamoto winch.
Feels like the backsliding. Feels like the backsliding. Feels like the backsliding. Feels like the backsliding.
It's one reason why they encourage drinking and smoking. Where every day there's a new distraction, some commotion. They prefer us shitting around, getting fat, laughing, joking, and a virtual reality mechanisms for coping. Technological elixir, black who most are soaked in DNA modification, AI invoking. They've been showing and telling us their goals in the hope, and I've chosen to expose them in their marketing and promotion.
Feels like the backsliding. Feels like the backsliding. Feels like the backsliding. Feels like the backsliding.
Show my people. Watch out for the false flags, but know that this war is real. And it's their agenda to wipe us clean off this earth, at least those of us whose DNA is still intact with that God gene. Which path will you take? You are the glitch the system is afraid of.
Feels like we're backsliding.
Better believe that. Get your ass out the way, boy.
One week in 1880.
They always got a bunch of faggots that gotta run their mouth and say something. Just give me the simple shit. So some stupid ass. What's wrong with you, Pecker? Some of you woods, not all of you. But some of you woods, you're just some dumb motherfuckers. Dead ass. Just a bunch of dumbasses. And then you niggas run right behind them. Just lost your way totally. It's not against anyone particular. But as a group, I can speak. And if you feel some kind of way, then you belong to that fucking group. If you don't feel some kind of way, you see it, then you're not so lethargic. Then you have contemporary understanding.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So without the republic, it don't stand on shit. Okay, all right. Just want to make sure it's clarity on that because they don't teach the young ones that. These dumb ass. Some of you teachers, you know you fucked the pooch and now you sit there quietly. Nobody knows who I am. I do. I'll see you in the end. Give a fuck what you think, what you believe, what you tell me. Give a fuck if they got 20 eyes and 2 tails. Are they
I
done?
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
You know the biggest slap in the face of a lot of you pale skins when the fake ass Jews, the Gujars said, when they radicalized our fucking constitution, preambles based on the Republic and Tartary, was when they said, under God. It meant under us, you dumb motherfuckers. But you don't know that.
Is for all.
Especially ones like me. But not to reign over you and fuck you up. See, that's the contriteness of those faggots in the so-called, what they call the Vatican. And their little Russia, their little fucking little monkeys running around. Thought you might want to hear that. I don't give a fuck whether you believe it or not. Some of you have seen beyond the veil of lies and started to see the chasm and the catalysm. And then you chose not to conspire no longer with their infertile ways. Let me get into some things. And if you choose to stay over there, well, marry motherfucking Lou, fuck you. You have no conceptuality, no idea
Feels like we're back
of any truth.
I'm probably not gonna get no marketing or promotion for this one.
Feels like we're backsliding.
I ain't tripping though.
Feels like we're backsliding.
Most of these rappers are buying streams to be heard and seen. And a computer program reality. I'm here to John Connor these machines. You dig?
Feels like we're back.
Yeah, it's your fact I'm not speaking on trapping for bags and K tweaking on some tracking order to make her
Heel
ass
toe,
shake.
you know what I'm
Tom
saying?
Brady's passing Harrison, LeBron's fast rate. NBA young boys beef with Dirk or if you ain't smash rate. Topic switch keeps us hostages of the magistrate as they catch tax race out cash day in the cash race. I drag race, although they want me in last place. I pass straight. I'm King Cobra, they just scratch space.
Feels like we're backsliding. Feels like we're backsliding. Feels like we're backsliding. Feels like we're backsliding.
In contrast to a fast rate, in town wine comes from smash race. Weight of the world on my shoulders stacked on back aches. And on fact place, the system tried to castrate. Oh, but I died in prison, but I was driven like a fast freight. Growth of my soul's help, I am mass great. Sagacious as a fast late, and dangerous as the bad straight. Here to expose those foes who impose smash rate. Born out with people and land mass look past the bash face.
You can sit down, I can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Feels like we're backsliding.
Pay attention, y'all.
Feels like we're backsliding. Feels like we're backsliding.
They call it the great reset. Transhumanism, cryptocurrency, various
I hear it all the time,
passports
motherfucker.
ranking currently. Jobs lost, food shortages, jab used eternally to keep losing for on next subjects of
Yeah,
surgery.
Navi.
A blockchain, a fake play of urgency. Walls put around the White House as they feign emergency. Whole time kill the stock exchange.
I like that, Navi, but I'm gonna read something from Ishmael.
NFTs pushed fervently.
Feels like we're backsliding. Feels like we're backsliding.
What's going on? New here. What's going on, AR Running Circle? What's going on? Y'all know I'm 2A all day. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, and I'm gonna vote for Trump, motherfuckers.
What
is that? That's mushroom coffee. You wanna know which one? I'll show you.
Give the individual notion that now one's controlling their holdings. Worse than a non-refundable note when a pale-faced name carry because net worth is growing. Say switch or be used to control the ebb and flowing. Every Bitcoin store or purchase saddle sheet, Nakamoto winch.
Feels like we're backsliding. Feels like we're backsliding. Feels like we're backsliding. Feels like we're backsliding.
This one reason why they encourage drinking and smoking. Where every day there's a new distraction, some commotion. They prefer us sitting around getting fat, laughing, joking. Anniversary reality mechanisms for coping. Technological elixir, black who most are soaked in. DNA modification, AI invoking. They've been showing and telling us their goals in the open. I've chosen to expose them in their market and promotion.
Feels like we're backsliding. Feels like we're backsliding.
So we can figure out which one they poison us with and which one they aren't poisoning us with.
Show my people.
You know I gotta always put my cow in it. I just got caffeine, but when you want real chocolate, you gotta reach. And I had to research these people out, third, fourth, tested. This one's alright. I prefer people eat 87 to 95% dark chocolate made by them than other people, but they still got some issues with heavy metals. So I put like about 1/10 of a teaspoon of that in. This is the closed one. I'm not. That one's in the fridge. But right now, I'm moving on this one. It has sativa in it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind the sativa. I'm not big on all the other shit. I put half a tablespoon of this, and I put half a tablespoon of this. This. But usually, I drink this still. I don't give a fuck. It's absolutely fucking good with maple syrup. You know what I mean? And I got the little whiting fucking creamer shit that tastes like fucking crap. So yeah, that one.
It's your fact I'm not speaking on trapping for bags and K tweaking on some tracking order to make her ass shake. Tom Brady's passing Harrison, LeBron's fast break. NBA young boys beef with Dirk or if you ain't smash rate. Topic switch keeps us hostages of the magistrate as they catch tax race out cash day in the cash race.
Millennial, what's up, mama?
Last place I pass straight.
But yeah, Carpool Cap is good shit. And other than that, drink some real, and you can grow it yourself, coffee beans. If you you want, and drink it black. Don't drink it with shit else. Alright? That's the way. Now that, I will still have a little, you know what I mean? Real coffee. If I don't see the beans and I can't grind it, I don't fucking want it. Mushrooms, I know how to make mushroom coffee. Like, I know how to dehydrate, I know how to grind it, I know how to make my own shit. And it's bitter. And it takes nothing like these. That's why when I call them, I wait for them to lie to me. So I go, gotcha. So be careful what you say here. We're revealing shit, and I'm telling you, you motherfuckers are in your last days. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I ain't no religious motherfucker. I'm just letting you motherfuckers know some things. That's all.
Transhumanism, cryptocurrency, variants, vaccine passports.
What's the name of this? My ToLU'S ROOTS-N-TINGS, my good brother. This one right here. Well, it's part of the indigenous resistance. But
around the White House as they feign emergency. Whole time kill the stock exchange is certainly.
And as he tells you in the beginning, he says the market and promotion on this will probably get him banned. Market and promotion. You know what I mean? Millennials, good to have you on here.
The switch from fire to digital.
Listen to the music. Be silent. Be still. Be still and be silent. Just fucking listen to the music.
Given the individual notion that now one's controlling their holdings. Worse than
Fine mushroom serving tablets. Oh yeah, I heard about that. How you like that? Charles Johnson, what's up, beloved? So, yeah, I got you. I already got Pierre. Oh, Mac, salutations. What's up, beloved? What's cracking, man? Oh, you too, AR? Okay. That's what's up, man. Salutations, salute.
This one reason why they encourage drinking and smoking, where every day
it's not a full attachment, man.
They prefer us shitting around, getting fat, laughing, joking, and a virtual reality mechanisms for
always, man. Always. Yeah, what's going on, beloved? Something when, don't fall for the game.
Chosen to expose them in their marketing and promotion.
Yes, that's right. We are the Republic of Tartary. Goddamn right. Tell them.
Show my people. Watch out for the false flags, but know that this war is real. And it's their agenda to wipe us clean off this earth, at least those of us whose DNA is still intact. But they guard you. Which path will you take? You are the glitch the system is afraid of.
For those of you that bet box, that know like during my time, Mike Tyson time, we still have to do the football neck exercises, and it made more problems with us. I used to have no neck, man. I mean, just powerlifting and shit. But Red Hunter. What's up? Oh, I forgot to give you your, you earned it, all right? You got your standing moderator rents. But Navi and them, they can manage everybody else, you know what I mean? Like Navi, she's, Navi actually is, what do you call it? She, I forget what it's called. Her, Ganja, Sue, they're managing moderators. You know what I mean? That's her.
Skies above 51 stars, faith and milk.
Oh, I like smashing pumpkins. Don't get me fucked up. I literally like smashing pumpkins, but I like smashing pumpkins. But we're gonna close off with this one right here. What's going on, y'all? What's happening? I was gonna put in there liberals and conservatives, because I stated something, right? I says, you know, yeah. But this is not a democracy. That has nothing to do with this land. This is a fucking republic. And there's even written diatribes that allude to this fact. But you have these worthless ass foreign teachers who have corrupted these professors, and some of them still in these goddamn colleges. And y'all know this. And these bastards have played a major role in creating this motherfucker. They're from the UN, they're from the WHO, the WEF. Like, the best thing Trump did, which even some of the people on their side got bothered because they never saw it coming, was he removed you motherfuckers from the UN, from the WHO. These bastards that come here, who are part of it, who think they're safe on our land because of these little greasy, fake little 0.25% of motherfuckers that fought in the war, and these special operators, they ain't nothing. These motherfuckers come over here and move as they do because they think the lie stands. And you motherfuckers, you're too blind to allow yourself to see. Now, this is not advocating for violence or anything. We're going to cut through the chase of the stupidity. So now you have these real frugal, faggot-ass Republican motherfuckers, some worthless motherfucking rhinos, speaking on point because they now have some fear because they're being permitted to see another side of the story, not by the motherfuckers who bought and paid for them, from those of us who can show them shit from far away. Now, I'm not here to, I can't tell you. I can tell you, you're not in the world you think you're in. You have no idea what the fuck you're really dealing with. So some would say, okay, well, that's because right now they're doing that because the division has already occurred. It's already happened. You liberal motherfuckers are drinking and you're smoking something, and it's popped in the air and everything that have you outside of yourselves because you feed the energy, you feed the line. Therefore, it's like some fake ass serendipity fucking tea. All right? But I'm going to read something to you from Ishmael, an adventure of the mind and spirit, which actually are one. But you know, they have to keep you all running around in a mad blunder of circles. Okay? And nobody else is going to do this for you. I don't give a fuck who it is, though I appreciate everything and all the information. You guys need to walk together, go back and watch the videos while they stand, and see what the fuck I've been attempting to get you to do. Now, he recognized it. Ganja recognized it. Well, Ganja should have already started digging holes and buying Walmart fucking greenhouses and germinating some shit, but we'll deal with him when we get with our brother and his wife and his children, so that way they can learn all that. And those who decide to come over and do the tending through the winter and building and the hard work, that is what's going to put you back in shape. That is what's going to give you some clarity. It's not about what's going on in the world. We don't give a fuck. But if you want to sit there and have these conversations that you think is lucrative while you're fucking decisively further bringing yourself down in a lower position because you have this fake ego, you feel like something was done against you or this, that, and the other, motherfucker, I already told you, man, I am not a one-woman's man, motherfucker. That's some fake-ass new age shit to keep your number. That's some Margaret Sanger, diabolical, duplicitous, motherfucking deadly shit. When I told you about my ancestors, the fact that Mama Tina used to say, oh, yeah, we had a wonderful man. And I remember I said, well, it was like me and about 6 sisters. And that's how she had all my great-grandparents and all of them. See, you motherfuckers don't know nothing about real history because you stay away from it. Every time you go to a new part of the land that's been perverted. Like we got this dumb nigga, he's from California, out of Africa. This motherfucker, you say, yeah, well, you know, Africa, the term Africa was established in 19... This motherfucker wants to be a king and a leader so bad. This is a part of the pollution that happens in motherfucking people's minds in California. When I wanted to say to this motherfucker so bad, first of all, you keep going with this Khalifa shit. I says, California is not California. See, I didn't want to say it to him. Because, see, you got these dumb niggas right here will keep y'all fucked up. You know, he's a Moor, he goes against Moors. I'm using this as an example. And he made it happen. I can shut that dumb fuck. I don't give a fuck where he's been. I've been there and a 1,000 other places so many times. But I'm tired of these worthless niggas that keep causing confusion in the lime rock, in the limestone. All right? And you motherfuckers listen to these dumb motherfuckers. These Google masters. He find a little information and they blurt it out. See? Because it solidifies their ignorance. I told y'all that North Carolina and all that shit was Cali. And nobody wants to look the fuck up. I asked you to look into a map and see where Israel was. When I have been telling you it was not a fucking place. And that's not the actual word Israel. But everybody has a hard time because of the fucking complacency and indecency of these dumb niggas running around in their fictional world because they're satisfied with what they found. And they think that you're supposed to acclimate and accept it. I'm not telling you to acclimate and accept what the fuck I say. I am telling you to look with discerning eyes and then to research as best you can and don't stop at a particular thing that satisfies you. Look beyond it and get fucking uncomfortable. But I know you motherfuckers are gonna keep following these dumb motherfuckers. Well, that's exactly what the fuck they are. They're marginalized. I don't give a fuck if they stay somewhere 10 years and they learn a fucking language. Whoop the fucking do. When I said everything is backwards, reversed, upside down, flipped on his fucking head, inverted, it's not a fucking game. When I say everything, you're the last fucking piece to the totem fucking pole. And you can't even see that while all these dumb fucking negresses and negrettes keep running around. Alright? Kappa 5. And look, I'm wearing the feather, I'm wearing fucking uni foo and I'm doing this little dance. Like, what the fuck is that? When I could show you a video in 1920 when niggas in Harlem were doing the same fucking dance. Yes! Doing it, and it ain't nothing to do with Africa. Because you can't tell millions of our people who have been over there for the last motherfucking 150, almost 200 years, you can't get your head right because they keep writing the fucking narrative with sellout, worthless, goofy niggas that don't know no better. And then when you see a light skin doing it and doing it pretty good, then you got all these goofy niggas, oh man, let the guy call the culture, all the culture, man, shut the fuck up. I enjoy seeing our light-skinned brothers and sisters pick up our shit. The Koreans are doing break dancing. Well, you got some niggas that showing the Koreans that you ain't the best. But they came along and shook up the fucking platform, but the camera went away from our people who was doing the same shit. We was gymnastics, learning the Thomas Flair, and we incorporated that in 1980 motherfucking too. But nobody wanted to talk about that. Street tumbling and people falling, dying off the roofs when we're flipping over fucking roofs 10 stories up. You don't want to hold that conversation because you got to go to French parkour when we were the developers of that shit. Challenge me, motherfuckers. You got fake-ass slaves, POWs running away on grand buildings. How you think they were getting away? See, they don't tell you that because they don't want you to know that story. They want you to believe in the fucking lie. When I say backwards, reverse, upside down, inverted, flipped up on his fucking head, you don't get it because you're comfortable in the little dystolic shit they gave you? The fake heartbeat that you exist in? No, some of you starting to see it and you're starting to realize, wait the fuck a minute. Let me read this little quatrain here. This is Ishmael, An Adventure of the Mind and Spirit, novel by Daniel Quinn, author of Providence. Providence is pretty cool if y'all like the good reads. If you like to sit up at night, put your little night lamp, a little yellow or red or blue or whatever, right? And sit back and read a couple of paragraphs. Phenomenal read. Providence is. But so is this. About 2,000 years ago, Ishmael went on an event of exquisite irony. Went on an event of exquisite irony which occurred within your culture. The takers, or at least a very large segment of them, adopted as their own a story that seemed to them pregnant with meaning and mystery. Identity thieves, you know who they are. It came to them from a taker people of the Near East. We know this is the East, so it says Near East. You can't imagine. Russia's only 55 fucking miles away, so wouldn't that allude to the Gujar? Just pay attention. Let this thing work. Reciprocate some information and research this shit. Okay? It came to them from a taker people of the Near East who had been telling it to their own children for countless generations, for so many generations that it had become a mystery even to them. Do you know why? Why it had become a mystery? Most people don't know. It had become a mystery because those who first told the story, their ancient ancestors, were not takers but leavers. Our ancestors left things all over the world, and that's why we're on four corners to manage it and make sure. I sat there for a while blinking at him. Then I asked him if he'd mind running that past me again. About 2,000 years ago, the takers adopted as their own a story that had originated among leavers many centuries before. Okay, what's the irony of that? The irony is that it was a story that had once been told among leavers about the origins of the takers. So the takers adopted at their own a leaver story about their origin, a fictional one. I'm afraid I just don't get it. What sort of story would a leaver people tell about the appearance of the takers in the world? God, I have no idea. We're calling each other God. Ishmael peered at me owlishly. You know how owls look. You seem to have forgotten to take your brainy pill this morning. Never mind. I'll tell you a story of my own, and then you'll see it. Okay, Ishmael replies, and Ishmael shifted his mountainous bulk into a new position on his pillows. And involuntarily, I closed my eyes, thinking if a stranger were to open the door and walk in at this moment, what on earth would he think? Now I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna break down a little something for you. All right, but I'm gonna read something and see if your juices are flowing before I read the next part. Oh, this is going to be so fun. So we're going to go to Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. And you can go to Revelation chapter 3.9 for those who want to, okay? I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. I know that tribulation is in this many different ways. But what I want to read is Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, who say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship at thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee and only thee. You were leavers, and they were takers. And they convinced a whole lot of a multitude of nations to follow in their disguise and guise. But you can only do that with a young one. You can't do it with the elders. You must dispatch them. Well, challenge me. Prove me fucking wrong. I've already asked people from Ireland and Scotland, what does Scotland, the word, mean? And what does Ireland, what does the word mean? And it has nothing to do with the landmass, but the original fucking people. And they were stumped. Well, because y'all think Cabbage Patch Babies happened only here? When you want to repopulate a world with an event, yeah, do the math. There is a very special knowledge you must have if you're going to rule the world, Ishmael said. I'm sure you realize that. Frankly, I've never thought about it. The takers possess this knowledge, of course. At least they imagine they do. And they're very, very proud of it. This is the most fundamental knowledge of all, and it's absolutely indispensable to those who would rule the world. And what do you suppose the takers find when they go among the leavers? I don't know what you mean. They find that the leavers do not have this knowledge. Isn't that remarkable? So how do you think you ended up in the position you're in? Ah, I don't know. Consider it. The takers have a knowledge that enables them to rule the world, and the leavers lack it. This is what the missionaries found wherever they went among the leavers. They were quite astonished themselves because they had the impression that this knowledge was virtually self-evident. We're not vile. Oh, we're kind of carry on that way, and what you expect. I don't even know what knowledge you're talking about. It's the knowledge that's needed to rule the world. Okay, but specifically, what knowledge is that? You'll learn that from the story. What I'm looking at right now is who has this knowledge. I've told you that the takers have it, and that makes sense, doesn't it? The takers are the rulers of the world, aren't they? Well, yes. And the leavers don't have it, and that too makes sense, doesn't it? I guess so. Now tell me this, who else would have this knowledge besides the takers? I have no idea. Think mythologically. Didn't they turn all your facts and existence into myths? Things that we were not meant to fuck with? Okay, the gods would have it, of course, and that's what my story is about, how the gods acquired the knowledge they needed to rule the world. A set apart, a fallen ones, a liar. And they dispatched, and you and your people removed yourselves from it because they knew that it was not divinity but the destruction. And they educated, manipulated, and created a whole new existence. Now, if you want to have a debate other than a conversation, we can fucking do that. And it goes on, so get the book and read it. So now Trump removed the WHO and all that shit because even though he had no knowledge and the truth, you got to remember that of the COVID and all that shit, it was around since 2000, fucking 13, 15. It was nothing new. I mean, it goes back to like the 1990s, man. And what do? They manipulate and create worse strains. Somebody said to me in a message, what do you mean if everybody stopped taking the flu shot, it go away? Well, fat checkers, which is based on a consensus of fucking ideologies, or is part of the ploy to fuck people further and for certain voices not to be heard. So in my opinion, the manipulation is what it is. And then you get, how many people every year die from the flu shot, the pneumonia shot? They have not once created a cure for a goddamn thing. Even didn't polio come back? The fucking measles and chicken pox? Where do you think the mumps comes from? Have any of y'all ever studied this shit? I mean, you got to remember, before 1977, Alzheimer dementia didn't exist. We went from 3 shots inoculations to 70 fucking 9. Who keeps creating this shit? They want you to clean parasites out of your stomach. While you're doing that cleanse, you're getting rid of the healthy parasites that are required for your flora. But do you know that? No, of course not. It's like I went into law enforcement, right? And turn around, and I don't know the first thing about fucking law, but I learned procedures that allude to the fucking corporations and what the desire of these corrupt fucking politicians and governors and mayors want. But here I come, growing up, saluting, making a pledge to this, that, and the other, and next you know it's us against them. Like, how further can a cataclysm be of division and separation? Now you got a bunch of liberals who are bent on one or two things. It's my right, it's my body, not knowing that they're being played. Yeah, it's your body and your right to live, motherfucker. And they keep thinking about death but based on a different perception, and they always deflect without no real answer to anything. And then they get the eloquent speaking motherfuckers who aren't eloquent, intelligent, or morally sound, and that is your visceral, that is the thing that is cut away in the world and creates this division. And then you have these Republicans who play the fucking let's go between. So it's like a game of chess, playing your fucking self, getting up, hitting the time, moving a move, knowing exactly which side is going to fucking win. Make it make sense. I bet you can. I bet in all your affairs, you cannot make it make sense, except for its final outcome. And the first thing the Biden administration get when they're put in position is to sign right back on to the WHO, the WEF, and the fucking UN. And we're paying the most of it from taxpayers' money while we got these dumb motherfuckers on our land working with this fake-ass agencies who they've armed the fuck up because they know sooner or later Negroes are going to snap up out of their fucking unconscious motherfucking dilemma, and they're going to have a big fucking problem, and it's going to be different shit that some of y'all ain't never seen. And regardless of what the fuck you believe, lack of knowledge and knowing, this is going to fucking happen. And they want to squelch it before it can because they know the damage that can come from it. Y'all are selfish, you're greedy, you're demoralized, you're immoral, and your subjugation is futile. That means you have no fucking control. Even when you think you're making a decision, and it's out of your control. Because your meaningfulness is based on their design. It is not sound and found upon you. Because if it was, you would make the proper choices. And you don't know how. Your choices are based on the world you live in. Well, I went for 3 interviews, and this one pays $10 more. I think I'm going to go with that one. Based on what? A form of living, right? To be slothful and lazy, though it's hard working and sleeping, right? Make it make sense. Where's the fucking end to it all? Where is the worth in it? Because now you go in a caste system where you're now invited to certain parties that people underneath you, sadly who are not really underneath you, cannot afford to go or to be acquainted with. And there's another caste system. And that is something you see all over the place. You would think because I read so much and I've traveled and this, that, and other that I have all these answers. No, man, I only know what I know. And that's not shit. Some of you see a fucking so-called weapon. Man, I put it there so I can catch you. I don't need that shit in the goddamn video. It's meaningless. And if that's where your fucking heart and mind is, why the fuck are you here? I didn't come to have a whole lot of followers. I came to get rid of the fucking cannon fodder. Knucklehead, what's going on, beloved? Who else is in here? Suzanne, what's going on? See, what is this? When you're in the army, dumb shit? Are you fucking, even the young people I know aren't that idiots want to, they don't get it, man. Yeah, but you're correct, Maxio. Yes. Pure ignorance, that's what these kids of today think. And so a lot of adults too, beloved. What topic are you talking about? It's not a topic. I'm talking about world affairs and current events and what you're all dealing with. All right? Brian Kelly. What's up, man? What's happening, man? Hey, Daniel, what's going on, beloved? Who you voting for? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about who I'm voting for. Don't ever worry about it. You don't just worry about what you're gonna do. Peace and prosperity to you. You already know, man. I like that, Omac. Yeah, no, I don't know. No. Weezer and Cake are two of my. Yeah, Cake is good as fuck, man. Cake is. I got that on there. I got, matter of fact, all there. I had to pay for it to get all the sons. I'll play a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, millennial, yeah. Delusion. This is like middle school. Say it ain't so. So you got it when I was playing those certain songs, right? You really listen, right? Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay. But like I was stating, right? They think they're in, everybody thinks they're in control, right? If you're really in control, you wouldn't be dealing with things the way you're dealing with it. Matter of fact, you would cut yourself away from it. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm talking about when they say I'm talking about? Do you know what it means when they say shake the chaff from the wheat? You ever done that? We used to do that when we were kids. We used to have to help with the wheat that we were growing, and we'd shake away. We didn't remove the grain or the brain, the grain, because that was important, especially for the fiber. Just mind, because you can't, eating a whole lot of grains, to which the FDA regulated and created, was to create more problems. That's why I say I can't believe that y'all still pay attention to the FDA and the USDA that's been poisoning people, working hand in hand to make sure that you're your lowest level existence, that you're sick, that you're aging. I mean, there are factors, there are things they can do to test your age to how your body is performing, and that is based on the corporation and the system at hand, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you know it or not. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, it was spinning, right? Yeah, because of the internet, that's all. I'm on 5G right now. Anywho, I appreciate y'all when you donate. I appreciate everything. I'm looking at 2 books that I'm going to order. I didn't order the 191 yet. I will. But like I said, it's other books I want to get along with it. And the reason why is because I've already made a decision that I'm going to get rid of the clothes today. I got 2 bags packed up. One is going with me. The other 2, and the other one is back upstairs. I got the clothes set on the side to fill that up so I can take them to the church today, and they're gone. They're out of my eyes. They're gone. There's no turning back. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff I have to go into the shed. I got to pull the Xbox out and put the game in it. That satellite dish TV shit is going in the garbage, disconnecting it. I'm going to keep the UV cable, HDMI, and the Ethernet cables and all that shit. I'll keep those. Clear this table off. The DVDs, I've decided that I'm going to take them out and I'm let it, because it's all pretty brand new. I'll let people know, hey, look, you can purchase this if you want it. If not, it'll go in the garbage. It's not going to be sitting there for nobody to take. All the taking is done. People sitting there going, wow, you got that, over about $3,000 bedroom set, and I will take it outside. I will take sledgehammers and pickaxes and a chainsaw, and I will destroy it, throw it in the dumpster, and be on my merry fucking way. See, people are greedy. They're selfish. Is that what y'all are? Are you really here for knowledge? I play a game. I play this fun game. I played it when I did a little stand-up comedy. And you always catch the people who are off guard. It's easy. And they laugh. Then they don't even know why they're laughing. You know why? Because there's truth behind it. I'm not here to be nobody's enemy. I'm not here to stop a goddamn thing. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. What matters is what you do next. What you choose, what you determine. All right? What you do. Do you understand? Yeah, you're the great man. Me, I'm just another fucking part of this whole puzzle, right? Just like you. Information is good when utilized, appropriated and utilized in the proper fashion and form. But it also can be a weapon, right? Right? How do you think you're in the state? How do you think you're in the state that you're in? If that's not the case of information. Or it could be used 2 different ways, right? They all come over and watch my videos, but they don't say a goddamn thing. That's the only reason why I still have goofy ass Facebook and dumbass Instagram. Because everybody on there got their OnlyFans and everything else up on it. Shaking ass and everything. They like that. Demoralizing shit. Okay? Am I wrong? Yeah, you don't see no white flakes on me, Carl. Come on, y'all. Come on. Castor oil's a motherfucker. So let's go and read a little further. One day Ishmael began. The gods were considering the administration of the world in the ordinary way. And one of them said, here's a spot I've been thinking about for a while. A wide, pleasant savanna. Savannah, Georgia. Let's set a great multitude of locusts into this land. Then the fire of life will grow prodigiously in them, and in the birds and lizards that will feed on them, and that will be very fine. The others thought about this for a while. Then one said, it's certainly true that if we send the locusts into this land, the fire of life will blaze in them and in the creatures that feed on them, but at the expense of all the other creatures that live there. The others asked him what his point was, and he went on, surely it would be a great crime to deprive all these other creatures of the fire of life, so that the locusts and the birds and the lizards can flourish for a time. For the locusts will strip the land bare, and the deer and the gazelles and the goats and the rabbits will go hungry and die. You didn't hear nothing about no chicken and no fucking cows and no pigs. And with the disappearance of the game, the lions and the wolves and the foxes will soon be dying too. Won't they curse us and then call us criminals for favoring the locusts and the birds and the lizards over them? You see that now. Now the gods had to scratch their heads over this because they never looked at matters in this particular light before. But finally one of them said, I don't see that this presents any great problem. We simply won't do it. We won't raise a multitude of locusts to send into this land. Then things will go on as before, and no one will have any reason to curse us. Most of the gods thought this made sense, but one of them disagreed. Surely this would be as great a crime as the other, he said. For don't the locusts and the birds and the lizards live in our lands as well as the rest? Is it never to be their time to flourish greatly as others do? Now while the gods were debating this point, a fox came out to hunt, and they said, let's send the fox a quail for its life. But these words were hardly spoken when one of them said, surely it would be a crime to let the fox live at the quail's expense. The quail has its life that we gave it and lives in our hands and lives in our hands. It would be infamous to send it into the jaws of the fox. Then another said, look here, the quail is stalking a grasshopper. If we don't give the quail to the fox, then the quail will eat the grasshopper. Doesn't the grasshopper have its life that we gave it, and doesn't it live in our hands as truly as the quail? Surely it would be a crime not to give the quail to the fox, so that the grasshopper may live. Well, as you can imagine, the gods groaned heavily over this and didn't know what to do. The gods. And while they were wrangling over it, spring came, and the snow waters of the mountains began to swell the streams. And one of them said, surely it would be a crime to let these waters flood the land, for countless creatures are bound to be carried off to their deaths. But then another said, surely it would be a crime not to let the waters flood the land, for without them the ponds and marshes would dry up, and all the creatures that live in them will die. And once more the gods were thrown into confusion. Finally, one of them had what seemed to be a new thought. It's clear that any action we take will be good for some and evil for others. So let's take no action at all. Then none of the creatures that live in our hands can call us criminals. Nonsense, another snapped. If we take no action at all, this will also be good for some and evil for others, won't it? The creatures that live in our lands will say, look, We suffer, and the gods do nothing. And while the gods bickered among themselves, the locusts swarmed over the savannah. And the locusts and the birds and the lizards praised the gods, while the game and the predators died, cursing the gods. And because the gods had taken no action in the matter, the quail lived, and the fox went hungry. And its whole cursing, cursing the gods. And because the quail lived, it ate the grasshopper, and the grasshopper died, cursing the gods. And because in the end, the gods decided to stem the flood of spring waters, the ponds and the marshes dried up, and all the thousands of creatures that lived in them died, cursing the gods. And hearing all these curses, the gods groaned. We made the garden a place of terror, and all that live in it hate us as tyrants and criminals. And they're right to do this, because by action or inaction, we send them good one day and evil the next, without knowing what we should do. The savannah stripped by the locust rings with curses, and we have no answer to make the fox and the grasshopper curse us, because we let the quail live, and we have no answer to make. Surely the whole world must curse the day we made it, for we are criminals who sin good and evil by turns, knowing even as we do it that we don't know what ought to be done. Well, the gods were sinking right into the slough of despond when one of them looked up and said, "Say, didn't we make for the garden a certain tree whose fruit is the knowledge of good and evil?" "Yes," cried the others. "Let's find that tree and eat of it and see what this knowledge is." And when the gods had found this tree and had tasted its fruits, their eyes were opened, and they said, "Now indeed we have the knowledge we need to tend the garden, without becoming criminals and without earning the curses of all who live in our lands." And as they were talking in this way, a lion went out to hunt. And the gods said to themselves, "Today is the lion's day to go hungry. And the deer, it would have taken my life, may live another day." And so the lion missed his skill, and it was returning hungry to its den to begin to curse the gods. But they said, "Be at peace, for we know how to rule the world, and today is your day to go hungry." And the lion was at peace. And the next day the lion went out to hunt, and the gods sent it the deer they had spared the day before. And as the deer felt the lion's jaws on its neck, it began to curse the gods. But they said, "Be at peace, for we know how to rule the world, and today is your day to die, just as yesterday was your day to live." And the deer was at peace. Does this sound like balance to you? Harmonic balance? That death does not really exist, but peace is the salutation and the gratitude to be given? For death is but a lie that is put first in front of you, and existence made a myth. Then the gods said to themselves, "Certainly the knowledge of good and evil is a powerful knowledge, for it enables us to rule the world without becoming criminals. If we had yesterday sent the lion away hungry without this knowledge, then indeed it would have been a crime. And if we had today sent the deer into the lion's jaw without this knowledge, then indeed this too would have been a crime. But with this knowledge we have done both of these things, one seemingly opposed to the other, and have committed no crime. Now it happened that one of the gods was away on an errand, when the others were eating at the tree of knowledge. And when he returned and heard what the gods had done in the matter of the lion and the deer, he said, "In doing these two things, you have surely committed a crime in one instance or the other. For these two things are opposed, and one must have been right to do and the other wrong. If it was good for the lion to go hungry on the first day, then it was evil to send it the deer on the second. Or if it was good to send it the deer on the second day, then it was evil to send it away hungry on the first." The others nodded and said, "Yes, this is just the way we would have reasoned before we ate of this tree of knowledge." "What knowledge is this?" the god asked, noticing the tree for the first time. "Taste the fruit they told him. Then you'll know exactly what knowledge is, what knowledge it is. So the god tasted, and his eyes were open. Yes, I see, he said. This is indeed the proper knowledge of the gods. The knowledge of who shall live and who shall die. Is one worthy and one not? Conclusively, what was before when it was nothing? Did they eat? Did they need the substance? Or was everything as it was when the gods started to question the things that were normal? For balance is not life and death. It is the fact that we've created something out of nothing. We've made life important, and we've made death just as important. Is that balance? Only in a world where you take nothing and make something, it would seem. When actually balance is the nothing. My opinion could be baseless. I would hope that you would look at this and endeavor or endure your studies and your ascension to find whether it is of importance or it is not. I have yet many things to say unto you, but you cannot bear them now. But you must be subjugated. Aren't you subjugated now? In order to turn around and turn back the clock of time. So in order to turn back the clock of time, what is you seek? The problem is you keep seeking instead of allowing. You think allowing life or death is what's important? What was before that? Some of you would say life and death. That means you are meaningless and you know less. You know nothing because you're always making something out of nothing. I hope that was informative. I hope that you can figure the riddle out. That's not that much of a riddle. And then later on we'll be back to read the books we were reading yesterday. Appreciate that. Welcome, Val McCree. No, you were. It's not about you ain't right, hon. It's about y'all's choices. I really, you know, I don't believe in hope, but extensively in my whole existence, I guess you could say. I don't know. I hope you can take something from that. And that you just don't spin a spoof. That you actually research it. I asked y'all yesterday to go back 200 years and tell me where this Israel existed. And 200 years before that. Pull up the period map and pull up the maps before it. And show me where this Israel existed. Because it is not a place, but it belonged to only one. And a nation would come from that. And that nation would collude together to make things right. But an enemy with the knowledge of life and death would bring imbalance. Therefore, you are unbalanced because you're always seeking something. When in your Steve, there was nothing. And that's all y'all know is something. That's why I talked about the political field of conservatism and liberalism. Isms with a Z and a S. You can't make this shit up. When are y'all gonna get on the right side of your existence? Huh? You have no idea. Neither do they. How they say namaste. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for taking the time to listen to an old fogey. And I hope y'all's day is plentiful and unmeasurable. And I'll see y'all here in a few hours. All right? Ladies, gentlemen. Got the Cashapp. Donations ain't gonna kill you. And hope further this shit. All right? Y'all have a wonderful day.